There was a post last night on my Facebook group, and it posted that this guy was purging a bunch of plants. It was only going to be a purge for 4 bundles, so 4 people had to buy the bundles for him to cut the plants. He posted the pictures of the mother plants. He posted a list of the mother plants. I took a look of the list of the mother plants and said, wow, this is a really good deal. How much is it? The post said $300. $300, it is a gamble. I'm only give you 1 plant, 1 node, 1 leaf. I jumped on it, and then after that, 50 other people jumped on it, but they were too late. That's where I'm going right now. We're gonna go ahead over there and look at the plants, and then, yeah. Whew. That's where I'm going right now. Let's go. Just wait till you see what I got. All right, so for $10, I got a variegated Anthurium ploumanii. Look how big this thing is. You can see the variegation. He had trouble with it. It's a little bit dry looking. He underwatered and it was bad, so let's see what I can do. This is the box where I truly originated to buy. So there's a blue velvet. It's just kind of stuck on there. Actually, that's a variegated heteroraceum. Awesome. Stanleyana, whatever. I can never say this right. White Princess, Syngonium albo. Another Syngonium albo, or is this an aria? Looks more yellow to me, but I think it's an albo. So Epiprenum pedatum albo, just like the one I have right here. A cream splash, philodendron strawberry shake cut. Here is another philodendron strawberry shake cut. Look at the variegation on this. Philodendron not caramel. Orange marmalade, Mandula, Pothos. What else we got here? Here is a Rio. Look at that. A lowly variegated white knight, a Sidori. He said that part right there, that crisp part, it was all white at one point. So, Florida Ghost. And a rooted, very rooted, Florida Beauty. Look at that one. Variegated string of hearts. Right now, you know, I gotta really take care of the cuttings and hopefully they don't die. 1, 2. Good morning. It is Saturday, the day after I released the Pothos video. So it is 7 o'clock in the morning. We're headed over to Peace, Love, and Happiness to go film. So yeah, I have plans to buy a Thai constellation today. This one's pretty creamy. I guess that's the word, creme brulee. And then I have this other one that I'm trading today. So a very lucky gentleman. This one's super nice. And so I am here in the back room where I am selecting a few Ring of Fires. They brought in lots of Ring of Fires actually. And so you can see some of the variegation here. Some of the, like the white-ish, creamish part always comes in a little pink. I love the name Ring of Fire. Big Johnny Cash fan. And so I have a Ring of Fire at home. It is absolutely one of my favorite plants. I'll never let go of that plant. It's gonna die with me. I took that one out. It's pretty sectoral. Love sectoral variegation. As you can see, some of that pink there still. That new leaf looks great. This new leaf looks great. Like you can see on the margin here. Margin just means the side of the plant. Yeah, you can see that there. Very beautiful. Okay, so I'm here in the back room of Peace, Love, and Happiness. This is where they keep all the rare plants. Actually brought to you a few of the cheaper plants that I love in the store. So it's just more quieter in here. That's why I brought you here. So first we're gonna talk about the variegated strawberry begonia, also known as Sassafracca stolonifera. This, I have it at home. When it grows very beautifully. There's a bunch of like trellises that grow down. It kind of looks like satellites just surrounding the actual mother plant and just drips down and just looks wonderful. Let's talk about this one. This is the Ficus El Dorado, also called the Weeping Fig. Now this needs a lot more sun. So this one's $28. I think I bought one like this tall for like around the same price, like $22, $23, but a very cool ficus. All right, up next we have the African Violet. I'm being told that this is very popular right now. Costco sells this thing, right? It comes in many different colors. I think the genus is Streptocarpus section St. Paulia, but it loves fertilizer, so treat it with the 14-12-14. Very popular plant right now. I'm not into the perennials, but I'm trying to get into it right now, and this is one of the ones I picked up because it has Laker colors. All right, so up next we have the Leon the Professional plant. So this is a pink jasmine, also known as the Jasminum polyanthum. The reason why they call it pink jasmine, because the buds are usually pink. You don't see much pink right now, but the white inflorescence, the flower is very, very fragrant. like super fragrant. So this plant is very versatile. You can let it climb, you can let it crawl. Pretty much it can do whatever it wants. I don't know much about these plants right now, but I'm starting to fall in love with them, and maybe if I get to love them, maybe you'll start liking them too, because I'm more of an aroid, Araceae kind of family guy. So Hey! So yeah, I'm really beginning to love all these jasmines and perennial plants and all this stuff. So give me a break and maybe give these plants a chance. Okay, well, since I have this out, I might as well talk about it because Miranda just showed it to some customers. And so let's talk about the more expensive stuff back here because that's what everyone kind of likes, right? This is the variegated golden dragon. I love this leaf right here. Just a little bit of streak there. So as you can see here, this is a gloriosum. I showed it on my channel many times before, but every leaf is semi-normal, right? But check this out. It's variegated. Beautiful gloriosum. And this one doesn't even have price because all these plants back here, they're not for sale. These are more the mother plants, so let's get this out in the open. So I forgot what this is called, but it looks kind of like a anthurium. It looks freaking neat. But the true star, maybe because I don't know what that is, the true star of this, if you look down here, right there, that is a true pothos. Pothos beckerianus. Let's talk about this one. This is an anthurium pterodactyl, the variegated form, of course. Really amazing leaves, kind of looks like a bat. You will see this in an upcoming video from them, from Peace, Love, and Happiness. This is the variegated jade satin. Really cool plant. Also, here we have a philodendron gabby. Okay, here we have some crazy looking scindapsus. John told me they don't have a name for it really, but the pattern is insane. Oh, really cool. I bet Serpa Design would love this. Which reminds me, Serpa Design did reach out to me. He gave me a terrarium that I broke a long time ago and he messaged me if I still have it. And if I didn't, he'll send me a kit. But I was like, yeah, I broke that during the move. Or I probably broke it way before that. He invited me to his house to stay. So he's in Pennsylvania. I pretty much accepted the offer. We are gonna go plant shopping. I just gotta schedule a date with him and then go out there and have some fun with Tanner. This is another cool one. I believe this is the Rhaphidophora silver blue. There is a awesome syngonium. Here, let me move you so you can see this. That is a beautiful leaf. Growing another leaf. Oh wait, I can take this down. Someone fixed it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look. New leaf with this leaf right here and this leaf. So impressive. Oh, I did it. I did it. Check this out. This is the Alocasia zebrina variegated. I'm gonna call this one Miss Keisha.
Miss Keisha.
Wow. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Also, you know, there's Florida beauties back here, like nobody's business. There's a bunch of them. This is a philodendron jungle fever. Look at that. Half moon variegation. This is a very interesting philodendron. This is the Yoepii. It's spelled Joepii, Joepii, but I'm pretty sure it's Yoepii. I'm not really that interested in it, but yeah, very unique plant.
Tomorrow.
Okay, well, I wasn't planning on going to Peace, Love, and Happiness today, but I just realized it was Neil's birthday, so we're bringing him balloons. I was gonna bring Miranda a strawberry shake cutting that I had rooted, but look. I mean, I got carried away with some balloons. Are you joking?
Happy birthday!
Oh, wow!
Yeah, we gotta leave, right? But you can open it.
What is this?
So you want to pull out the glass first.
Oh my god, DJ.
It's a parable. But
It's the really cool terrarium thing that we want
I had it for years.
Neo's been wanting this forever.
Are you really?
to... Are you sure you can afford to give this to me?
Absolutely. I've had it for a long time, so now I could hand it down. Okay, we gotta go. Okay, so I'm on my way to the warehouse where I'm taking photographs today for our website for my main job, aquariumcoop.com. We also have a YouTube channel. And so when I joined, we were about 45,000 subscribers. Now we are at 790,000 or something like that, almost to 1 million. So the goal was 1 million a long time ago. It's still the goal. And I talked about a lot about goals, in my last video. A lot of you were asking, like, why don't you make a Patreon? Why don't you do this and that? I can disclose that, I do make 6 figures. And, I don't have much to offer in terms of, like, other content or giving you guys something on the side. I can just do what I can do and put out content when I can put out content. Well, I'm being a lot better about that now. You guys watching my videos is enough already. And just know that. And so don't feel sorry for me. I do really well. Like I said, I just had a really big problem with spending. The aquarium co-op site, I wanted to say, we do sell a lot of fish supplies and stuff like that. But you can also find plant supplies, which is fantastic. Like, that's a Fluval Nano. It has a pro mode where I can control like maybe 15 to 10 key points. I have it fluctuate all throughout the day, so it's kind of circadian-like. And then I have one for my skink enclosure. Obviously, it's growing plants really well. It is full spectrum. Look at that begonia. The big boy, the Fluval 3.0, which is the 33-inch version. And obviously, it's growing plants extremely well. You can purchase those lights on the www.aquariumcoop.com website. I believe we have cheaper prices than most. We deliver just as fast as Amazon, and then our customer service is off the chain. Shout out to Candy, she does an incredible job. Candy is Caleb's mom, by the way. And yeah, I guess that's enough about that.
Now looking to the sky to save me. Looking for a sign and
Okay, so this is the Stephania erecta from Southeast Asia. There's also this Nova one that I've been looking at. Nova meaning new in Latin. Kind of looks like a potato there. These things go dormant in the winter time, but when you get it shipped, you just get a bulb like this. Looks like a potato, right? And it's dormant like a potato. But what I've been told, I've read a lot, what you can do to help it sprout is you can soak these in 20 minutes to stimulate a monsoon season. So that's a way to do it. Pond will be really nice with a mix of orchid bark or some kind of really thick bark, because bark retains moisture and retains nutrients a lot better. So that's another good way. They're a perennial vining plant, climbing plant, but I've also seen them grow upright and just sprout like a tree. So that's really cool. Very versatile. Okay, so here we have an Alocasia cuprea, also known as the Caladium metallicum. Cuprea meaning copper in Latin. A lot of people also say like the Alocasia cuprea red secret, but I think the red secret is just a cultivar name, and then the cuprea is just a specific epithet, and then the Alocasia is just a genus. But very cool plant from Borneo, and then it has some crazy venation on there, right? People say it looks like abs, but to me it reminds me of the aliens from Independence Day. A lot of people are afraid to keep alocasias, humidity level, and then how they attract spider mites and everything, but I find that these ones, they're a little bit thicker, they're more resistant to spider mites. It's beautiful and freaky, and I want it. Okay, you probably already know what this is, but for those that are kind of new to the hobby, this one is called a Thai constellation monstera. Monster deliciosas, they come from Central America all the way to Panama and everything, but with the Thai constellations, what's crazy is you can trace them to one single spot, which is in Thailand because it came from a laboratory. There's another plant that came from a laboratory, which is a Tradescantia nanook. We call it the constellation, obviously because it's speckled like a constellation. Now 2 years ago, the owner of Plant Envy said that these things used to cost like, what was it, 170? They used to cost 180. These things used to cost like 180 like 2-3 years ago. So you cannot find that for the price anymore. Yeah, you can find it for like that baby. I seen a baby this morning about that size go for like 150. You know, I love this plant. I talk about my elbow a lot more, but I do have 3 of these. But you can find this one coming up pretty soon within the next 3 weeks. It's rare to see like the whole variegation go all the way from left to right like that. That's a pretty cool leaf. Never seen that one before. So come grab a Thai constellation if you could afford one. And if you can't afford one and you just want one, come look at this one at Plant Envy. Okay, so here we have a white princess, also known as the Philodendron arabescens white princess. This is a hybrid. To get the Holy Trinity, you would need the white princess, the white knight, and the white wizard. I think the white wizard is the most expensive one. You could tell the difference between them all by the stems and everything, but the white princess has a more green stem, whereas the white knight has more of a purplish stem. This one has some insane variegation to it. So here we have a Philodendron brantianum. Very cool, versatile plant. It can be an epiphyte, a hemiepiphyte, or a terrestrial plant, so it just grows on the ground. It sports a really cool silvery pattern. It's very common. You can find these at Lowe's and everything, but why I picked this one out specifically is because at the bottom here, look at all this moss. I might buy it just because all this moss growing on the bottom. I recommend putting a moss pole just so it can show off the really big leaves, because why not have a big brantianum leaf? So that's really neat. Alright, thanks for sticking to the end of the video. That little section there, I filmed that Plant Envy. I didn't plan to film it, that's why I used my iPhone. And plus I didn't want to be loud because, you know, that place is kind of like a Zen library to me. So you may have noticed that I played a few songs in this episode. So one being Foo Fighters, Learn to Fly, The World Is Mourning the Death of Taylor Hawkins. I haven't talked a lot about mental health in the past few episodes, so I'd just like to say something a little bit now because, you know, it was once every other video. If you're battling depression or anything like that, please talk to somebody. So my favorite while I was going through a dark state was Gabor Mate. Gabor, he is insanely wise. I think he's like in his mid-70s or something. I think I've watched literally every video with him on YouTube, but there's one where he talks to Tim Ferriss and he talks about depression, and I love the way Gabor breaks depression down. So he talks about depression and what is depression. If you just break it down to a few words, he always breaks down things so it's super easy to understand. And he goes, what is depression? What is the word depressed? And so it just means push down. And what do we push down? We push down our emotions. And why do we push them down? We push them down because they're really hard to handle. And then eventually the depression becomes a coping mechanism. So that depression, we push down emotions eventually so we don't feel the pain. But then that later on interferes with our life functioning. So he always talks about how what trauma is not what happens to a person, it's what happens inside of them. And if you don't have the knowledge of what's happening inside of you, how could you fix it? And so that's like a good reason to go talk to a therapist. Just talk to somebody, anybody. You're not alone in this world. I am quite grateful that my company helps pay for my therapy, in which, you know, I've been doing for quite a while now. And I don't plan on stopping. Even if I'm okay, it's good to let things out to a person that's not in your circle of friends. Yeah, seek out help, seek out someone that will listen, and I think it's very helpful. So thanks for watching this episode, and then just stick around for the next one. Hold on, I did a live stream on Saturday or Sunday, I believe, and I may do it again. Yeah, if I do the live stream, then I'll see you on Saturday or Sunday, but if not, then I'll see you sometime soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.